Hello, people. I am Skydemolisher, and welcome back for another episode of our Let's Play of Lost Words Beyond the Page. Last week we had another diary entry. Um, we got through that. We have started another level, which I think is sort of trying to deal with grief. So we'll just get into that.
Hello? Robin guessed that if she kept moving,
We're just picking
then
it right
surely
up
a
from
solution would
where we
present
left
itself.
off. You know.
Is someone here? Anyone? In the emptiness around her, she found a hut, a palace, hope. I don't know what comes next. It's so cold here. So empty. Just nothingness. I can't find the words. I'm never going to find the
Lost in the void.
or the fireflies. They won't come. The words just won't come anymore. I don't know where I am, how to get out.
It looked like, excuse me, that looked like a statue of that seer.
What kind of writer
think it was a seer.
can't find the words? I messed everything up. Let's try this again. Robin awoke under an old tree in an unfamiliar land. I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Kind of funny because
She
this
walked
is the
boldly
kind of
ahead.
funk
A
that I
spring in her
find
step.
myself in at the moment.
So
You know,
tired. Robin knew she just
I feel
had
like
to
I've
keep
lost
going.
momentum again.
What's
Like
the
I was doing
point?
well,
Put one
and
foot
then,
in front
you
of the
know,
other. I've failed.
I just sort of lost my. Excuse me. I keep
Whilst
yawning.
she still had breath left in her body, there was still hope.
You know, I was at a point where I was playing the guitar every day,
I
sort of
should
thing, and
just
I had great
stop.
hope for the future and all of that sort of stuff. And yeah, that's. Well, I mean, I've picked up my guitar again now, and that, but I hadn't played it for like over a week and stuff. Which you know isn't the longest period of time that I've gone without playing, because there are periods that I haven't played for over a year. I just have, you know, three guitars that sort of sit around doing nothing. And I should really get lessons, or, you know, throw myself into it a bit more than I do, because it's certainly one of my outlets for emotion and stuff.
Hey, Robin.
You know, it's one of my creative endeavours.
Leave me. Just leave me. Psst.
Here.
But yeah,
Where?
I'm certainly in a funk at the moment. I can probably say this because I don't think anyone really listens to any, or I don't think anyone really watches these videos, so, you know, they'll never know. That's just life, isn't it? You know? Just constantly tired all the time.
I'm right here.
I meant to have a blood
Always
test for that,
was.
but
Always will be.
I keep procrastinating. I've meant to
don't
have been having it for,
And
I think, since
I
like
don't
December
care.
or something.
You don't?
No. Just leave. I'm meant to be alone. Forever alone and useless.
It's certainly how I feel
you
at
know
times.
I'm right below you.
I'm not good company right now.
You don't need to be. Why don't you tell me how you came to be here?
It sounds silly when I say it now. I lost a dragon.
I certainly miss living near the
Now,
beach. It was definitely one of, like, you know, my places of zen. Hey, I'll go with this one. I'm just tired because, you know, that's me at the moment.
I'm just tired.
Constantly
That's
exhausted.
okay.
It's not.
In saying that,
People are relying
I
on
watched a film last night called Lock.
But you're still
It's basically
human.
just like
You still tired.
a single
We all do.
actor film.
I can't let things overwhelm me.
But I quite enjoyed it, you know, it was...
I'm tired. Tired
It was
of
different.
trying. Tired of failing. Tired of everything.
Yeah.
You need a rest.
But I can't. I don't have time.
Yeah.
Why?
My village is depending on me to get the fireflies back.
That sounds like quite a tiring thing to do.
Well,
So kind of
Yes.
advice that I give to other people but don't give to myself.
Want to take a rest together?
that sounds nice.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me that there was a... can't remember where it came from. It was like a person online sort of saying that, you know, a lot of people that are like down in the dumps, they don't need people to come in and like, you know, cheer them up, sort of thing, or pull them out of the mud. They need people to like get in the mud with them and just
I
be
like
there with
listening
them
to you. Would you
until they're
continue?
ready to get out, because, you know, sometimes that's what you need. You just need the company.
Well, okay. It's just...
I need to keep an eye on the time too, because I'm doing this while I've got the house to myself. Oh well, okay, it's just... I'm just so confused right now. I think that one.
I'm so completely, utterly lost.
Completely, utterly lost, huh? That sounds like a lot of lost.
That's not entirely helpful.
You seem to think that it's wrong to be lost.
Well, isn't it?
Everyone feels a little lost sometimes. Even me.
Apologies if you hear the
I have
cracking.
a hard time believing that.
I don't mind it, actually.
Like I said before, if I don't do it, everything locks up.
Well,
It's the only way to, like,
Yes.
alleviate the pain.
I usually know what to do and where to go.
So, if someone else were lost, what would you tell them to do?
Find a map.
I tell them
No, kidding.
not to give up.
I give them whatever advice is
help.
best for them.
How about taking your own advice?
I guess it's easier to give advice than take it.
Very true.
Could you get me someplace
Which
else?
kind of reminds me, one time that people showed up here, and they were, oh, they didn't show
Let
up
me
here,
see if I
here.
can
They
help
showed
you
up
out there.
while I was down at the mailbox, and they asked where a property was. And I was like, oh, you know, it's probably the other direction. Excuse me. Down the road. So, you know, if you're standing at my mailbox, I told them to go left. And it turned out the place they were, I remembered, by the time I got back to the house, I remembered the address that they were looking for. So I was like, I'll just look it up. And I think I've told this story before. But anyway, I looked it up, and yeah, it turns out that the property they wanted is my back neighbour's property. So I sent them in the completely wrong direction.
It's difficult.
I'll wait.
Actually, I'll go with that one, because at the moment that's certainly more
I'm not sure
my
I even see the point
life
of
viewpoint.
continuing anymore. Could you help me find my purpose
I
again?
can say that, man.
I just
I meant to
don't
turn
know what
40
to do
later in the
next.
year, and I really don't want to turn 40,
But
because
at
it's
some
just
point
like,
you knew, right? You had purpose.
it just feels
hope.
stupid,
Yes,
you know.
I knew exactly what I needed to do. I had to stop the dragon. Return the fireflies. Save the village.
I don't want to turn 40, man.
And you couldn't do those things?
I tried. But I just ended up doing everything wrong.
Everything? Are you sure about that?
Well...
Think back.
Okay. Maybe not everything.
I'm saying that, you know, I have had a period of like,
Did
recently
get it
I lived
when
on my
I
own
didn't
for
open up
2
a bit.
weeks. And it's the first time
Well
I've
then,
been on my
that's
own
something.
for 2 weeks in like 20 years. And I cooked myself dinners, and I did the yard work and the watering and my washing and the dishes. And
I want to know one more thing.
I did a lot
You
right in
sound
that
a lot
time.
better.
And a
Thank
lot
you.
that I should have been like really proud of, but now
guess
that
I
I'm
feel
like
better.
over a week out from doing it,
Well then, time to
I
set
just sort of
course.
feel like I nosedived again.
It's nice of you to listen to me.
Anytime. So, anything else?
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
What were you trying to do before you got
I mean, sometimes you don't know what you're going to do in
I was
life,
trying to find a dragon.
but you'll know what to do when the right
It
time
destroyed
comes in which to do it.
everything I loved. I need to get the fireflies back. They'll restore my village. But I just don't know what I'm doing anymore.
What
Yeah,
did
thinking
you
about it,
do?
this is probably the quietest
Now,
episode
don't know what.
when it comes to stick control in
Found a
this.
dragon.
Because, you know, most of the time you hear me gaming, you'll hear the
I've
click
never
clack
found
of my
one
controller.
before.
And there's just been
Then how
virtually
can
no
you
need
expect
to
to know
use it
exactly what to
this
do?
week, so it's like, it is
I
the
guess I
quietest
can't.
video in relation to that kind of
But I
thing
want
in
to.
No one ever
Years.
got anything just
Years.
by wanting it. You've got to try. You've got to fail sometimes.
You have a point.
This is where I leave.
But I...
In another way, I feel
You're
like
not
this has
alone.
probably been somewhat of
You
a
are
boring
loved.
episode because I'm not
Be
really
kind to
doing
yourself.
anything. When it comes to the control, it's just moving forwards and backwards. As required, when required. But, you know.
Can I do this?
Yes. Be your own light in the darkness.
I like that they kept it within
I'll
this though.
try.
Like, there was no colour.
Thank you.
Because, you know, like, when you're depressed and stuff, that's very much how life feels. There is no colour,
Here we go.
sort of thing. The vibrancy of life is gone. This kind of reminds me when I came off medication, because, like, medication cut me off from my emotions and all of that for, like, years while I was on it. So after I came off, well, as I was coming off it, I started to feel my emotions more and more, and sometimes they were very overwhelming. Because, you know, like, when you spend years medicated, like,
Hello,
you can spend
Johnny.
ages just not feeling anything at all, and it's just, you know, life. Anyway, since we're going into another journal period, we will save that for next week. So I hope that you have enjoyed this. Not that there really was much in this episode other than, you know, the prompts for speech. But yeah, I mean, we're further along in the story, and every step further is, you know, one step closer to the end and understanding everything, you know, such as life. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.